Okay, this is about basically what are we doing about the charges and allegations been leveled at Islam and Muslims in general. And there have been those who have been speaking out against terrorism and saying that's not a part of Islam. But I ask you a question. What will you do when they come to you and ask you about
we have told them that the Quran simply does not tell any Muslim to commit an act of terrorism.
But it does. So what will you say when they bring you the ayah?
Well, when they read the ayah, we understand that some of those ayahs have been taken out of context.
It's a clear ayah that says to terrorize a certain group of people.
Well, only if they attack you. Only if they attack you.
Yeah, but just don't sidestep. Don't say there's no ayah in the Quran that doesn't say, because it says it very clear. For the believers, we have to stand firm against oppression. We have to stand firm against any acts of terrorism. We have to stand up against terrorism, and we terrorize those who terrorize people, which is what Mr. Bush said he was doing when he went to Afghanistan. He said he's terrorizing the terrorists, right? Right? He just kind of missed his target, that's all. He wiped out 7,000 people that didn't have a clue what was going on. But that's all right. You know, he had a good intention, right? Okay, he's asking a question about Gentiles. I want to come back to this subject first. I want to finish the subject here now about what are we doing about it. First of all, I go to the sources and I ask the good scholars to educate me before I open my mouth. And if I don't know, I just won't say anything. And sometimes it's embarrassing for the Muslims. They say, well, Yusuf didn't say anything. They ask him a question. I say, I don't know. And they say, aha, it must mean you're guilty. I said, no, it just means I don't know and I don't make up stuff. But, you know, ask somebody with more knowledge. I'm not out here trying to tell anybody I'm the smartest guy in the world or I'm some big scholar. All I'm saying is that there's some facts out here that people don't know. What's jihad? Tell me what's jihad. What do Muslims think of when they think of jihad? A young boy is thinking about jihad and he asks his dad, can I go for jihad? What does his father think he's talking about? What's he talking about?
Well, these days, unfortunately, this is the case especially in Pakistan and Afghanistan, where children have gone out and joined what they believe is jihad against.
I'm asking a question. What does the father think his son is asking? It says, Dad, I want to go for jihad. What's he talking about? Is he talking about an inner struggle on himself when he's trying to overcome his personal problems? No. Is he talking about fighting traffic? Okay, he's talking about war, isn't he? Thank you. Okay, but it's not a holy war. Okay, yeah, that's what they call holy wars. They did that to us. The Crusades, the Inquisition, those were holy wars against us. Yes, it's true. But what I'm talking about is we need to deal with what the word means and not come up with a secondary meaning. When it's used in the context of jihad fi sabilillah, does not mean that I stood there and said, oh, I need to correct my personality. I talk too much. No, that's not what we're talking about. And that's not what the Sahabi did when they fought the Battle of Badr. They did not sit there and be psychoanalyzed. Did they? No. So jihad is jihad. Tell it like it is. But tell it completely like it is. Jihad is a fight against those who are oppressive, who are mean, who are rotten scumbags that rip people off, rape innocent women, kill children and elders, and steal from them, and it's a fight against that kind of thing. In other words, it's a war against terrorism. Do you believe in a war against terrorism as Americans? They'll say yes. Well, that's what jihad means. Next question. Don't change what Allah says. You're just going to defeat yourself. Don't do that. That's called apologizing for Islam. You think Allah is going to like you on the day of judgment? You show up and you go, hey, Allah, I soft sell your religion. I got a bunch of people that say they believe there's a God. And Allah says, no, you didn't. You didn't do that at all. Because I heard brothers on the street, they think they're giving shahadas to people, by the way. They walk up and say, do you believe there's a God? Yeah. Do you think you should do what God wants you to do? Yeah. Okay, he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim. He said he's a Muslim. Get out of here. What are you talking about? They even get him to say it in Arabic. Say, I believe there's God. Say that. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah. So he says it. And then say, I believe that I should do what he wants me to do. And that's what Ashhadu wa Muhammad Rasulullah means. Oh, come on, please. This is wrong. This is not the real meaning of Islam. We have to tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Stand up, be firm, and say it, and be patient. And guess what? Allah will protect you. But if you play with it, Allah will make you in the worst way you can ever imagine. And I've had them do it to me. Oh, they set me up time and again on the radio and the television. They send people out, and they're ready. They got trick questions. They asked me to come down and promote. They said, will you come down and promote your speech that you're going to do tonight at the university? It was down in Florida. I said, sure. Went down to the radio station. The lady that's the hostess of the show, she said, sit right over here. I'm going to turn the microphone on. Yes, you're listening to such and such a program. I'm the hostess, so-and-so, and now I'd like to read something to you. She started reading pages and reviews of the book of Steve Emerson Against Islam. And then she said, I have the National Muslim Chaplain of the World Assembly of Muslim Youth with me here today. What do you say about that, Mr. Terrorist? Whoa! Nice way to set me up, wasn't it? How do you answer this? She sat there real smug. You know what? I said, you know what? There's something called a question, and then there's something called a statement. And what you did, you made a statement and you put a question mark after it. So there isn't any need for me to say anything. You made your statement, and now I'll make my statement. My statement is, do you know who this person is? She said, yes, it's Steve Emerson. I said, yes, do you know who he is? He's anti-Islam. He will make up what he can't find. Oh, no, he's top authority. He's the advisor to the President of the United States. I said, well, there's a good credibility right there. Because no president ever lied, did he? Did he? No president ever did anything wrong, did he? Did he? Hello? How fast do we forget? What about Mr. Clinton? Do you remember anything about Mr. Clinton? The word Lewinsky became a verb. Yes, thank you. And she said, well, how do you manage to say anything against this man? You don't have a book like he has. I said, that's right. I don't have a book like he has. I don't write lies. Well, by then she had already set it up, though. The people started calling in with hate calls and everything else. So what I have a rule, you know, before we go on there, we're gonna make it clear. If you want your show to be nice, we'll do that. But if you want, we can make it real tough, because I'll just put it out there and lay it right out. If that's what you want, we can do that. I like to be nice, but I don't have to. I'm from Texas, and we're not bound to any kind of rules. Uh-huh. By the way, if I disappear, they wipe me out. You know what happened? They got fed up. I don't care. Alhamdulillah, I'm old anyway. So, anyhow, we want to be clear about this subject. But at the same time, we don't want to bring sin on ourselves and say something that's not Islam. Imagine yourself if Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was standing behind you, listening to you, would you still say those same things? And they ask you, what's Islam? And you go, peace. And you put the V for victory sign up, peace, peace, this is Islam. Oh, really? How much Arabic do you know? Huh? Not very much. If you think Islam means peace, then next time I talk to you, I guess I better tell you, Islam alaikum. Because salam is peace. Shalom is peace in the Hebrew language. But Islam is not peace. It has peace in it. It has surrender, obedience, submission, sincerity, and peace. 5 words. So it's only 1/5. Only 20% is peace, and you don't get that peace until you surrender.